Hey everybody, it's your friend Bridget here. I'm just wanting to talk to you a little bit about replying. Replying to other people's posts is the power move, because when all we're doing is publishing, we're like an RSS feed. An RSS feed is a really simple syndication, or real simple syndication, I think. Anyway, it's publishing, it's broadcasting. It's like a radio where you're just talking, and everybody's there to just listen. I just recently watched the movie called Saturday Night, about the 90 minutes before the first episode of Saturday Night Live. And there was like a feature of Milton Berle in there talking about when he was on radio, he had the attention of 97% of Americans. Well, he was in a unique period of time where radio, wireless, was the only option besides being in person somewhere. Now we have the radio, still works. We have streaming. We have television over the air, cable television, various social media platforms, YouTube. There's just so many, it's almost too difficult to count. And so trying to be the dominant force on any social media platform or any media platform, because it's all media, is the medium in which you are performing or publishing or broadcasting. So social media is the behavior of being social on that platform. With Milton Berle being on radio, there was no feedback. There were only advertisers and purchases, and whether or not there were ratings from Nielsen company, which still exists. And so we're constantly trying to monitor and monetize and analyze the metrics by which people are engaging with us, right? If I get a Christmas card from you, therefore I'm still relevant, therefore my brand is still relevant. You know, if I get a present from you or a text on my birthday, then I'm still top of mind. So whether it's personal connections or small business connections, you only have control of so much of everybody's time, because it's all over the place. If you're still watching this 3 minutes into this video, how many text messages did you have to swipe away? How many phone calls from robots did you have to get rid of? How many children were tugging at your shirt? This is the reality. So while you have someone's attention, speaking of children, how many cats are meowing in the hallway? But when you're replying on somebody else's post, you're able to engage in a different way, in a different space, in an audience that may have an overlap with yours. So I'm always talking about this. It's the power move, is the reply. Go look for other tweets, posts, whatever they call them on Blue Sky. I'm just going to call them posts. Look for somebody else's post and write a comment on it, or write a comment on that, or find a comment that you like and like that comment and or reply to it. Go on Reddit for the category that you're talking about and upvote somebody's comment. Reddit is amazing. It's been such a good driver of traffic and making actual connections for my handyman friend up in Door County, Wisconsin. I replied to somebody else's post looking for a handyman in Door County. I said, my friend Michael does this, here's his website. Boom, that became a job, which became another job, which became another job. Do you remember me talking about making a video explanation of epoxy injection for Riggins construction with a point and shoot camera 100 million years ago? 3 years after that terrible video, well, it's not terrible, it's just like not the best quality. It was me just doing it, right? It explains, it's still on the internet, look for Epoxy Injection, Riggins Construction, if you want to see how it works. But that video, 3 years old, that video, filmed on a point and shoot camera, edited by me, roughly, very, very raw, brought in one job. That one job was from a customer who owned 12 more buildings. That one small job became $97,000. We forget that the content that we're putting out matters. So go back into the context of a reply. I know this week I just saw it, I wish I could find it. Somebody was posting on X that they got a DM from someone after they tweeted some. I'm just gonna say tweeted, after they posted, and they got a new customer because they were replying. Also, when you reply to a post, it helps that post get more visibility. And so you're helping your fellow small business person while also giving yourself more visibility in that audience. Sometimes those replies get likes. Like on Reddit, they'll be upvoted. On Instagram, they'll be liked with a heart. Sometimes they can be taken out of context. Sometimes that context, is just, it's important, but still, like that reply, on LinkedIn, replying is such a power move because you're giving yourself, access to a totally different audience. And so when somebody posts on LinkedIn that they just got a new speaking gig or they just got a new promotion, how hard is it for you to say congratulations? In fact, it's not even that hard. On LinkedIn, there's always these prompts that say, congrats, somebody with, you can either press that button or you can add to it. When people are posting about this topic or that topic, you adding kind of your take on it is such a huge thing. Because of that, I've been invited to comment or to add my thoughts to running articles on LinkedIn. And the thing is, I don't even spend that much time on LinkedIn. It's that we're always holding our phone in our hand, waiting for something to happen. But in addition to publishing your regular content, and I for one, am getting back to being what I was doing and just going forward, right? You have to do the boring work. And sometimes the boring work is spending an extra 5 minutes on each platform looking for something to comment on. I have a 3-2-1 method. There's a little video I did for on Loom that I could definitely post in the comments or the description of this. But look for 3 things to comment on, or look for, I forgot the exact order, but I'll have to go look it up because I forgot my own advice. But basically it was like 1 new post, 2 replies, and 3 connections that you can either follow or connect with, So you can mix that up. Like you can find 3 things to comment on, 1 thing to post, 1 friend to like. But either way, make it a routine that's part of your daily function so that you don't get lost. I mean, how many people have you forgotten? That Dunbar number of 150 people that we can only keep track of. How many people would you like, oh yeah, who's that one guy that he doesn't just build websites, he makes a recipe app? Or who's that one lady that teaches Pinterest? Gosh, I forgot. Because you're not interacting with them, and you're not interacting with them because you're not replying, they're not replying, and we're all beholden to some algorithm that constantly changes anyway. Why don't you just take the behaviors you would have in a mixer, at a party, at a Christmas party, at a chamber event, and just do that same thing. Go up to somebody, be part of the conversation. It's really not difficult, but it's not sexy and it's not fancy and it's not something that I'm going to send you a guide on. It's just something you have to do. You know, if you want to make videos every day, then sit down at your desk, clean it off, and make your videos. If you want to send an email out to your people, get a MailChimp account and do it. But I would suggest that you stop making excuses. Don't get stuck in the weeds of how is this going to happen. Use the tools you already have. And that's why reply is such a power move. You don't have to create the content. You just reply to it. Anyway, my name is Bridget Willard. If you haven't seen me before, or if you're seeing me now, I write content for websites, articles, long form, short form. I rewrite web pages. I do social media content, strategy, one-on-ones, and I'm here for you in the Corpus Christi, Texas area, or online with a Zoom consultation. And hey, reply to this video. Tell me what you're working on. What do you need help with? What could I help you with? We'll see you. Bye.